Zoom recording. Welcome back. I already talked for 5 minutes. All right. You already saw a lot of these videos and what I was talking about, especially getting to the point where we're talking about the technical management processes. So when we started this week, we already covered, as you can see on the left side, all the organizational, and we just started the project planning process. So what I want to do here, let me go over here. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Let me go to the end here, and then I'll open it up for questions, of course. Let's see. I think let me see if I from current slide. Nope, can't do it. All right, I'm going to escape here, and from current slide. All right, that was not what I wanted. Let's try again. One more time. And as you can see by this slide, it's in terms of what we actually covered in the handbook. So let me escape this, go back here to the end, blah, 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 blah. There we go. All right. So what we should have covered is all the processes dealing from project assessment and control all the way to actually system analysis and business mission analysis. So at the end, you would have seen this. So as you can see, we've already covered, and remember, I'm kind of teaching from the chart because a lot of people are visual and they can kind of get a sense. And I teach from the chart to give you more of a context of what we're doing. I covered all these project management processes here that surround the technical processes. And now we're starting to get into the technical processes. So basically what we covered was 5, 6, and 7. We're starting on chapter 4, I mean. So this week, you'll be watching videos that deal with actual requirements, taking it from a functional to system design. So I actually spend several hours talking about requirements and what it means to look at stakeholder requirements, what's it mean to look at system requirements, and then eventually into design as we do that. The next part of that video, you'll be watching several videos. The last part of the videos deal with design considerations. So I cover all of chapter 10 is what I cover. So that's where we're at. That's where we've done. But again, this is your time. So I want to open it up to any questions from what you saw last week. And we'll have a little discussion if you want. So why don't I just leave it open? I'll shut up for a while and let you guys talk. Just show yourself. Comfort's already showing her video. If the rest of you can do that and show yourselves, unmute, ask your question. If you have problems unmuting or using your things, try to use the chat. I'll keep an eye on that as well. All right. All right, let me go back here since this was the last part of it. All right. We'll put it on hold here. We'll let for you guys to talk. Anybody? You guys are a quiet crowd. Are you like this in your other classes? So yeah, Comfort, go ahead. You can just unmute. Nobody, you won't interrupt anybody. So just go for it.
Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
Yeah, true point.
Thank you, Prof. The videos are really, really very okay.
Oh, good.
But it's just that they are much.
They're what?
The video they are much. I mean,
They're very large.
More than 4 hours of video for each module. I'm trying to thank you that you're able to you give us access to download, because
Okay.
it will be funny. I've downloaded and I'm now trying to watch the videos at my pace. And I've been able to watch module 1. I'm trying to do the reading assignment for module 1. I'm almost through.
Oh, there you go.
It is a very good video because it gives me some insight on what I'm going to see in the book, which is very helpful. You made it so easy, but until you start asking the quiz, until you start answering the questions, then you know that it's not really as easy as we think, but it's okay. We'll read the material and we'll be fine. So the issue is, of course, because the videos are much, there are still work to be done. We may not be at the same pace as we ought to be. I know today we're supposed to be reviewing with module 3.
Correct. Yes.
But I am still trying to sort out module 1 so
Oh,
that I
gotcha.
know I'm okay with that. But all the same, is a very fantastic video. And I pray that we will find the exam very, very easy at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Comfort. And again, no pressure in terms of you guys finishing on time. Comfort, if it takes you longer, it takes you longer. That's one of the reasons I actually developed this course with videos and doing it asynchronously. You do it when you have the time and when you feel you can watch it and review and rewind if you're confused about something. So hopefully that helps. Now, Collins, you have your hand up. Just unmute, talk away. Go ahead, Collins.
Thank you very much. I want to agree with the previous speaker. It's a little bit lengthy video, but
Yes.
we are trying. We are hoping that effectively at the end of it all, we learn something and we can be able to get the certification. Thank you.
Okay. And again, and we can talk to Ty about that. I don't think he's on today, but we can send him a note and say maybe it'll take a little longer and stuff like that. Now, does anybody else have any questions, or does everybody kind of agree with Comfort and Collins? No questions. Okay, no, don't worry about it. Well, with that in mind, what I would suggest we do from here on, since, you know, our initial idea was as a cohort, you would follow these videos together and then we'd come together and talk about the things. Can't talk, thank you, I have downloaded. Okay, that's Martin, he's talking. What I think would be better for us to do than getting together like this, because it's just, this is the second time, really not many questions. So with that in mind, I think what we'll do is this, okay? And that is on the Canvas course portal, we have the discussion boards. So just go ahead and use those discussion boards. Nobody's used them yet. If you're just getting started watching the videos like Comfort, you may not have any questions yet. But right up here, questions for the instructor about the material, you just click on that and hit reply. You know, just type your reply, you know, hey, I was wondering about this or that, and see if that'll work. This way, you're writing out your question, okay? Number two, I can answer that when I have the time. I am in the midst of trying to get version 5 of this course done, but I should be able to answer that, and then everybody can see the question as well as the answer. That would be really helpful. If it looks like as we get near Thursday, there's 3 or 4 of these things, we'll go ahead and meet and perhaps talk if it seems like a better way to get across the concepts. But right now, I just think these meetings may not be as helpful as they could be. So with that in mind, let's just cancel the rest of them and see where you're at. we'll see what's happening next Wednesday. If this discussion board's all filled up, we'll send you a note and say, yeah, let's get together our normal time. But other than that, let's just kind of wait until you guys catch up or at least have a lot of questions. Now, I've been selling this class for like 5 years. It's been a long time, and so not that I've perfected anything, but I have made this in such a way with the videos, you should be able to kind of grasp the concepts and where they fit within the context of system engineering, which is basically what my course is about. So normally I don't get that many questions, but more than willing to answer any of them as they come along. The other thing we could work out with Ty is that we work out something where when you do take the exam, I think they want to help you guys with the cost of it. We can work something out. You can work with him on that. I'm actually not involved with actually taking the exam. I teach how to take the exam, but not the actual aspects of doing that. So does that sound like a plan? Does everybody agree with something like that? That we'll just pick these up later on as it makes more sense. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if you have the ability to do that. Some of you can't talk. And it does seem like we're having a harder time having people actually show themselves or talk during these times. So that actually makes it more makes more sense to use this discussion sense. So it looks like everybody's good. Let me see if there's any comments. Okay, nobody in the chat has said anything. And let me see if there's anybody else. Okay, Dottie, I notice I can see you. Do you have any comments, or what do you think of that approach?
Yes, Paul. Good morning. I am part of the INCOSE Foundation. I'm a board of directors member, and I'm very interested in the success of your course for these university students. But my consideration is that we need some way to gauge how many people are actually taking this course. So
yeah,
is there any way?
Yeah, no, there is. Actually, I forgot about that. That's a good point. And one of the reasons I don't do this at times, again, people usually buy my course. It's like it's their money. I mean, they either do the course or not. But you're right. There's actually a way for me. How do I grades, right? So this is not something that most students can see and all. Let's see, grade show D. Oh shoot, did I think I went back to student mode. Oh yeah, leave student mode. And let me go to grades again. I think attendance might work too. Here it is. Oh, okay. So only a few people have done the initial module 1. And you're right, I can actually view the quizzes right here. So only a few people have done the quizzes. So you're all right. This is a good way to verify people, or at least taking the quizzes. What I find is when you take the quiz, watch the video. That's our kind of way of doing the course. Is you take a quiz, watch the videos, read the material, and then watch the videos, and then take the quiz again and see if that does. So here you can see Comfort. She's already taken a few of the quizzes. Good job, Comfort. Watching it. And a few others have as well. But as you can see, almost nobody else has done that. So,
well, I think it might be helpful to report this out to Ty.
I can do
to
that.
make sure that we can elevate this and
yeah, good idea.
make sure that these individuals know that. Is there a time constraint on their ability to take these modules.
No, none at all. That's why I'm saying I've had people buy my course and a year later, they're like, hey, I passed the exam. Good job. Because I'm not a rushing thing here. I believe people can learn at their pace. And believe me, I've been in a situation where you have a family, you're working, and you have church events, so you get busy, So carving out a time to learn this stuff is, it depends on the individual and where they're at. So I usually don't try to force the issue from a company standpoint. Now, you guys have your own, we're really trying to show that we're providing a resource for these individuals, and I'm sure they're super appreciative of it. But I personally don't have anything to push here in terms of timing or anything like that. So it'll be up between you and Ty, I guess, right, Dottie? You're still muted, Dottie, if you wanted to talk.
Yes, and I think it would be helpful to understand how many individuals are taking these courses.
Okay.
Because I do believe that there is a motivation here to take this course and then pass the exam and then move on in the INCOSE organization to higher levels of achievement.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed. Life gets in the way, though. Isn't that the truth? All right, so what I'll do, we don't have, unless somebody has a questions, I'm here if you do. But let's go ahead and Dottie, I'll make a like kind of a PDF of this for I can download it and provide that to Ty so he can see kind of where all the students are at. And I'll try to do that once a week so he can see it happening.
Perfect. Thank you, Paul.
Oh, no problem. And again, guys, this will be another gauge. I forgot about that. I'll have two gauges. One would be the actual grade book. We could look at that. And the other is actually looking at the discussion board and seeing if anybody's asking questions. So based on those two, it'll make sense to get together like this and talk about the course, because it does look like not too many people have taken the quizzes. Really, what we should be able to see is this kind of filled out, right? All these modules, not the reading assignments, but the actual quizzes and stuff. And I think I can actually, yeah, I'll work on that. It says search assignments, but I think I can look at just the quizzes. So that's something I'll work on. All right, Dottie, sounds good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, guys. Unless anybody has any questions, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Please unmute if you want to talk to me. But meanwhile, I don't want to keep you guys from your dinner or anything like that. And by the way, I do take these recordings and I put them up on there. Not that there's much there to look at, but again, it's something so we can kind of gauge what's happening. So don't worry about next week or the week after that. I'll put that information within the front page here. Usually I had all these. I'll just say the ones from now on will be kind of canceled or delayed or depending on need. So that'll kind of what we do. Does that sound like a plan, everyone? All right, Comfort's shaking her heads. I can't see anybody else except for Dottie. So I have to assume the rest of you are smiling and doing well. So that's one of the reasons I like to have people's videos up. Kind of gives a little more. So, all right, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Go ahead. I'll stay here a while. If you got to go ahead. If you want to talk a little more, I'll just hang here for a minute or two. All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem, Comfort. I'm glad I could help. All right. And I'm sure the people who have been watching my videos are getting tired of hearing my voice. True. All right, guys. Okay. Nobody else? Any questions? All right. Sounds good. Thank you for coming though. I really appreciate it, guys. All right, Dottie, I'll oh, let me stop sharing here. So we'll